This is The Edge, 88.1. Could you imagine living to be over 100 years old? Well, there's a guy in Ethiopia, his name, I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, his last name's Ebba, is claiming to be over 160 years old. He says that he can remember all the way back to Italy's 1895 invasion of Ethiopia, and his comment on that when he was talking to Oromia TV was that he had 2 wives and his son was old enough to herd cattle. So that automatically makes him pretty old if he can remember that. Currently, the Guinness World Records recognizes Masao Okawa as the oldest living person at 114. And then there's another person of Bolivia who's claiming to be 123 years old. But a lot of problems with people living over 100 years old is there's no birth certificates, which Ebba doesn't have, and because the tradition in Ethiopia is more of an oral tradition of keeping records, they don't really do anything with papers, and there are no living witnesses to verify his age. Ebba made a comment that not one of his peers are still alive today. Medical technology might be able to confirm Ebba's age, so that's something we'll see here in the future, see if he is 160 years old. But the thing that's keeping him going and moving forward is the fact that he still has more teeth than his oldest son, so something to be proud of. So we'll have to wait and find out if he really is 160 years old. Up next is 100 Years by Five for Fighting.
You are listening to KDPS 88.1 The Edge. This is Jackson and Amanda. And Amanda, I have a Would You Rather game for us today.
Okay, what's the question?
Be a president that everyone hates or a bum that everyone cares about?
I think I'd have to go with be a bum that everyone cares about. I don't think I'd like all the power and having the whole entire world hate me. I'd rather be surrounded by people that do care about me.
So you would rather sit on a curb and have everyone care about you and give you money? I guess you'd get a lot of money.
Well, I'm sure if everyone cared about me, I wouldn't be stuck on the curb too long.
That is true.
What about you?
I mean, I would probably rather be the president. I think it'd be kind of cool to have all the power, and you make a lot of money. So, I mean, it is underpaid, but you'd still have a lot of money. I think better than being homeless, I guess. You
do have a point there. You'd be living off a little bit better than I would be.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have any Would You Rathers for us, hit us up on our hotline, 263-2985. You are listening to 88.1. What's up, Des Moines? You are listening to Jackson Amanda and Amanda on 88.1 KDPS. Amanda, are you excited for the new iOS 7 software technology that Apple released today for iPhones?
I actually don't have an iPhone. I'm with US Cellular, if I can talk today. And they aren't getting the iPhone until October or November at the earliest.
That's the exact reason why I switched over from US Cellular to Verizon.
See, I used to be Verizon, but I like US Cellular's service a little bit better, being out in the country with my grandparents some days.
I will admit that US Cellular did give great service, like especially for the Midwest when you're not around big cities. It's awesome.
I definitely like US Cellular. So what are some of the updates on this new software?
Well, it's just a completely new outlook. It's a new design for the iPhone. I know Siri got a new voice, and it's male and female, and with support for both the French and German languages, so that's pretty cool.
A male voice would be kind of different for
Siri.
Siri.
Exactly. And then also, one thing, I don't quote me on this, but I heard that you can screenshot the messages like you do when you screenshot somebody's conversation, and they can be able to tell, the other person can be able to tell now if you do that.
That's something kind of different. I'm kind of indifferent. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, it has its nice side of, hey, when someone screenshotting stuff, and
I feel like I don't know really. Because if you're on the receiving end, it's nice to know like, hey, they just took a picture of my conversation. But if you're just trying to you want to sneak something around somebody, then it's not very convenient.
Yeah, so kind of almost an invasion of privacy, but at the same time, it's not horrible. Give us a shout out. Let us know what you think. 263-2985. This is Amanda on The Edge, 88.1. So if you haven't been over to Fleet Farm yet, you definitely need to. I went there for the first time today, and I was just amazed at how big that store is. If you don't know where it is, it's just south of Ankeny at 3875 Southeast Delaware, and that store literally has everything. It's kind of geared more towards the countryside with fishing and hunting and all kinds of different farm equipment, sporting stuff, but I felt like they had a little bit of everything. Even found some cute stuff for my daughter to take home. Found the little pink Carhartt coat that I'm going to get her for this winter, be able to keep her nice and warm. They had all kinds of different pet stuff, so I got my pets some toys. My grandparents found all kinds of stuff for their land down south in Sheridan, and it really is just a huge store. I could have easily gotten lost in it. Maybe I'll have to drag some friends and go play hide and seek in it or something. So if you haven't been to Fleet Farm yet, I definitely think you should go check it out. I know I plan on going back when I have a little bit more time, just see what it's all about, because it's a huge store. Up next is My Kind of Party by Jason Aldean.
This is Jackson on KDPS Radio 88.1. I have a story for you guys that will leave you speechless. A Boston man who planned out to kidnap, rape, and eat children was sentenced to 26 years in prison Tuesday. Police caught on to Jeffrey Portway, who went by the name Fat Long Pig, after he was talking about abducting, raping, murdering, and even eating children online. There was pictures in the article. I went through them, and they were very disturbing. Just a few that are appropriate anyways. He had a butcher kit that had plastic gloves, an apron, cutting board, bone saw, shears, and multiple knives in it. He had cannibal DVDs laying around everywhere in his house. There was handcuffs, a rope, mouth gags, and castration tools. And in the basement, which he called his dungeon, he referred to it as his dungeon, but there was a cage with a feeding hole and even a child-sized coffin. It's just, it's one of those things where it's really scary to know that there's these kind of people out there, but it's also a very good feeling that he's locked away now. I personally think it should be way more than 26 years, even though he didn't do any of that stuff, but he was planning on doing it, so kind of the same thing to me. But keep listening. You are listening to 88.1.
Do you want to help support the Des Moines Botanical Center? Well, starting this Sunday is their Fall Bulb Mart. On Sunday, they will be found at Merle Mall from noon to 5. On Tuesday, they'll be at the Johnston Farmers Market, Thursday, Valley Junction Farmers Market, and then Saturday, they'll be back at the Botanical Garden parking lots. Now, the Botanical Center is currently closed due to construction updates, but they will be open back up next summer is their goal. I know going in, starting the new cafeteria will be open in October, and it's directed by Chef Lisa LaVille. So I've heard she's a pretty good chef, so hopefully it'll be pretty good. But they should be back and open next summer, so be sure to check them out. But in the meantime, be sure to check out their Bulb Mart starting on Sunday. This is The Edge, 88.1. You're listening with Amanda and Jackson. So Jackson, next week starts homecoming.
Oh, I can't wait. My second homecoming.
This is my last homecoming here at Grandview.
That's kind of sad.
Just a little bit, but looking forward to going out with a bang, though.
Let's go. Let's see what the schedule is.
Well, Sunday is street painting, and then Monday's the Powder Puff game.
Oh, I can't wait for the Powder Puff game.
It should be pretty good. I always played once and didn't do too well that year, but I always enjoy going and watching it.
I always love to see girls playing football. It's pretty nice.
It is a fun time. Well, then on Friday we got the Big Ten events. Saturday there's all kinds of stuff going on. Got the baseball and volleyball alumni games in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Had the Viking 5K that morning. And then that afternoon we have football game, and then later that night is the dance.
I was actually thinking about running that 5K before the football game. Do you recommend that, or?
Well, since you're playing in the game, that might be a little difficult for you. Might be a little tired for the game, and
I guess you're right. I should just listen to you.
I'd rather that we win the football game.
Well, are you gonna go to the dance afterwards?
Not sure. Supposed to have my daughter that night, so.
Well, I think since it's your senior year, it's your last homecoming, you should go to the dance with me because I don't have a date.
Well, maybe I can get my daughter to go over to her dad's that night. So
awesome.
I'll let you know.
You are listening to 88.1 KDPS.
morning, Jordan. How'd your tattoo turn out?
They spelled my mom's name wrong. I can't believe this happened. They spelled it with an ZZA. It's Lisa. What? How can you spell Lisa wrong? I can't even go to my grandma's house anymore. She's so pissed at me right now.
Your tattoo looks horrible. It looks like it's infected or something.
I don't think I did, but there's blood everywhere. I wish I would have done something different or go somewhere else.
You should have just gone to Creative Images. Not only is it the oldest shop in Des Moines, but they specialize in fine line details. So that tattoo you wanted in honor of your mom would have turned out amazing. They even do cover-ups, so they can probably fix that one for you.
That place sounds so much better. I think I'm gonna go after work to get it fixed.
Creative Images, the oldest tattoo shop in Des Moines, located on University and 48th Street.
This is Isaac and Amanda on the Edge 88.1 KDPS. And we're here to talk about fall. What's your favorite part of fall, Amanda?
I definitely enjoy all the leaves changing different colors, and I like how the trees are red and orange instead of the normal green all year.
Ah yes, the beautiful trees. While I like the leaves, I'm more fond of stepping on them than looking at them.
That is fun too, especially raking them up into big piles and then jumping into them like a little kid.
It is. It's great fun. I'm a cruncher. I'm not athletic, but I like going for long walks and, kind of doing that silly little walk where you jump from leaf to leaf, just go squish, 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 squish.
Or more of a crunch instead of a squish.
Right, crunch, my apologies.
I also like going to the pumpkin patches and picking out pumpkins and going through corn mazes.
Pumpkins are a lot of fun. I have some good memories of corn mazes and getting lost and wandering around and scaring all my friends.
Well, that's not very nice, but that's why you gotta go through a haunted corn maze for that.
That's true. No, actually, I think it's kind of more fun to be the haunted in the corn maze.
Yeah, that's true.
So, hey, Amanda, you want to go to corn maze?
I don't know about going with you. I'll think about it. Now back to more music on the Edge 88.1. The Edge 88.1. Do you like ice cream? Do you like giving to charity? Well, this weekend at Ankeny Dairy Queen, they're sponsoring Meals for the Heartland event. It's from 11 until 11 at Dairy Queen on Main Street in Ankeny. For every blizzard that they sell on Saturday, they're going to donate $1 to the Meals for Heartland, which is a great event if you ask me, especially when you're getting ice cream. Also, at the Ankeny High School, you can help pack meals for hurricane victims, and that's from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. So if you like ice cream and you like giving to charity, go to Ankeny Dairy Queen this weekend. You're back with The Edge on 88.1 KDPS. This is Amanda and Isaac. We have the homecoming week of events for you guys.
So exciting. Homecoming's always so much fun. We've got the homecoming king and queen. Be sure to vote on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yep, tonight is the Powder Puff game, and I wish I didn't have to work tonight, otherwise I'd be there.
You were involved last year, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Unfortunately, my team lost the first round, but...
Aw, but it was still a lot of fun, right?
It was a lot of fun, and practicing and the bonding time was fun for all of us girls.
Sure it was. And this was a little bit retro. Actually, Sunday we had street painting. So while the actual painting might be done, they're all still there. So you should come out, if you have time, out in front of the student center. They've got all of the pretty little, cement blocks painted for each of the campus organizations. So you should check that out. That looks cool.
I know last year they painted the Viking statues that are around campus.
I still see a couple of those. Those are still pretty cool, too.
They are cool. I'm excited for this Friday. It's the first hog roast that we're doing.
What exactly is a hog roast? Well, okay, I know what a hog roast is, but it sounds like an interesting party.
It does sound interesting. I'm not sure all the details, but I definitely want to go. It was just something new and something fun. And I've heard they're actually, this is one of the first events that Grandview's actually allowing alcohol to be there.
Really? Well, that will be interesting, and I guess I'd be looking forward to the hog, and I guess alcohol will be interesting as well.
Okay, and now we have Arms by Christina Perry on the Edge 88.1. Do you love Doritos? Because I sure do. Arch West, who was one of the guys who helped lead the team for inventing Doritos, recently passed away this past week, and he's taking his legacy to the grave. His funeral will be on October 1st in Dallas, where his family plans to pay tribute to him by putting chips in his grave with him. His daughter, Jana, said, "We are tossing Dorito chips in before they put the dirt over the urn. He'll love it." So it definitely sounds like a very interesting funeral, but definitely something that plays homage to Arch West. So I'm definitely think it's a great idea, and it should be a good way to remember him. And now back to more music on the Edge 88.1. You're back with the Edge on 88.1 KDPS. Going to talk about the construction that's going on downtown right now.
Thankfully, I've avoided most of it, but I have been down there a little, and it is kind of miserable.
Well, you're lucky. I happen to live right next to it. I live on 3rd, right between Grand and Locust, so it's right next to my apartment building. Gotcha.
So I'm guessing you don't have many late mornings?
Luckily, the parking ramp that I park in just exits right onto Grand, so I don't have to worry about seconds. But when I just pull into the little 20-minute parking, I have to take a little detour now to get back out onto the interstate.
Does it wake you up often in the mornings?
Unfortunately, it does. I've been woken up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, even on the weekends. So the apartment's shaking and all kinds of funny sounds going on.
Hopefully you won't be late to class then unless you roll over and fall back asleep.
Hopefully not. I have been late, unfortunately, a couple times because of it, just not getting the sleep I need to. So hopefully it only lasts for a couple more months.
Hopefully. And it's always construction, comes and goes. Hopefully it'll be done before, I don't know, is it a condo or an apartment?
It's an apartment.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if it's condo, construction kind of hurts your resale, but if it's an apartment, you just have to deal with it. Sorry.
Yeah, well, they're also doing a little bit of renovating on the insides, because it's 4 buildings and there's a little area in the middle, so they're also doing construction there, too.
Well, then, it's construction, so the road will be nicer when it's done, so you can look forward to that.
That is very true. And now back with more music on the Edge 88.1. This is Amanda on the Edge 88.1 KDPS. Have some sad but good news also at the same time. A puppy that was deformed was rescued from a trash bag and has lived to tail to tail. A woman found the puppy in Florida where she encountered a man holding a moving garbage bag where he was selling pit bulls for $50 a piece. When the woman approached the man, she asked what was in the bag, and originally he didn't want anything to do with her, just ignored her, but ended up giving her the bag and showed that it was a deformed puppy. She immediately took him to the vet, and a few weeks later the puppy lives to tell the tale. Now me, I'm a dog person. I have 2 huskies at home and love them to death, so the idea of a guy putting a pup in a trash bag just because he wasn't up to code or anything like that, I think is absolutely terrible. But it's definitely a heartwarming story to hear that the pup has lived and is doing well. He looks a little bit funny, but he's walking and he's in a good home, which is always great news. And now back with more music on the Edge 88.1.
This is 88.1 The Edge, and you're here with Jordan and Amanda. We're going to talk to you today about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I happen to be a Giants fan, and the Giants are playing the Patriots this year.
Well, the last time they played in the Super Bowl together in 2008, didn't they?
Yes, they did, and the Giants won that game. I believe the score was 17-14 that year.
Well, that was kind of an upset too, wasn't it? Because the Patriots had been undefeated previously.
Yep, so the Patriots had gone undefeated and lost to one of the wild card teams that year. So far, the only team that has managed to go undefeated was the Dolphins way back in the day.
The Giants are kind of a wild card team, aren't they? I mean, they beat the Packers this year, something not many other teams were able to do.
Yep, the Packers, a lot of people thought we're going to go undefeated this year and be the next Dolphins team. But the first game they lost to was the Chiefs, and then they lost to the Giants during the playoff season. So it was definitely a good game to watch. And looks like up next is International Love on the Edge 88.1. You're back on the Edge 88.1. This is Amanda. On Tuesday, scientists found some signs of life right outside of our solar system. They found a large amount of oxygen, which they did not believe to exist outside of our solar system up until recently. And scientists were also saying that there could be other life-supporting evidence that they still just haven't discovered yet due to it being lost in dust and ice. And they also mentioned some stuff about all the different particle differences that the sun kind of blocks us from due to the large amount of heat that there is and all of that in our solar system. So who knows what's out there beyond our world. There could even be signs of life, like actual life forms living out there from what the scientists were saying. So give me a call at 263-29 885 and let me know what you think about all of the different signs of life and if you think that there are life outside of our universe.
This is 88.1 The Edge. Jordan here talking about the awesome season the women's basketball team is having this year. They are 19-5 for the season and 11-1 for their conference. They lost to Mount Mercy in their conference games so far this year, but have since played them again and won. So hopefully they should be looking pretty good to go to nationals this year. They are playing tonight at 5:30 against AIB at home. So hopefully they will be able to continue their momentum. And up next we have a little Nicki Minaj with Super Bass.
You're back on the Edge 88.1 with Amanda and Jordan. So I'm definitely loving this weather. How do you feel about it?
I am definitely loving it as well. I've been riding my bike around. I've ridden my bike to campus every day that it's been this nice out. What do you like to do when it's crazy warm in January?
Yeah, well, I've definitely been riding around with the windows open, getting as much fresh air as I can. I know my car's not liking all the dirt from the snow melting. But when it's warm and there's not too many puddles, definitely have my windows down. I know I have some friends playing hacky sack outside in the middle of January.
I know. I've been taking my puppy on some long walks too, which he's been loving.
Yeah, I should probably take my dogs on a walk too. They'd love that. So next up, it looks like it's In the Air by Flo Rida.
This is 88.1 The Edge with Jordan. Well, this Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon, there will be a walk benefit for Shoes That Fit at the Ankeny Ford, 123 South Main Street in downtown Ankeny. Feel free to bring your kids. They've got free Iowa Cub socks to the first 100 kiddos there. They also are going to have free balloons and pop. While you're there, go ahead and test drive a new minivan, and Ankeny Ford will donate $25 to Shoes That Fit, and then register for the grand prize drawing of an all-expenses-paid trip to Florida for anyone 21 and over. This is for a car you can afford to come to Ankeny Ford. This is 88.1 The Edge with Mike Posner up next.
You're back on the Edge 88.1. Got some more Grandview sports information for you guys. The men's wrestling team has had an amazing season this year. They're ranked #1 in the NAIA, and because of how well they're doing, they're actually hosting the NAIA National Tournament on March 1st, and it runs through the 3rd. This is their first time ever hosting it. So far, they've won all of their duels that they've played in. On January 7th, they were in the national duels, which were held in Springfield, Illinois. And they were the first, ranked first out of 30 different teams that were there. This past weekend, they had the Grandview Open. That was on the 28th, and there were a total of 215 wrestlers at the Open, so quite a lot of people there, all from about 32 different teams. And out of that, we got 4 actual champions, TJ Moen, Chad Lohman, Brad Lower, and Eric Thompson, so good job to them. And hopefully they continue to keep doing well and end the season at #1. And next up, we have some music by Big Sean. Welcome back to the Edge 88.1. This is Amanda and Jordan.
Well, speaking of dogs earlier, my dog this morning, I get up, take him outside, and I come back in, getting ready for class, and I look over and he is chewing on the leg of my couch. Are you kidding me? You've got dogs too, don't you?
Yes, I have 2 huskies, and they like to chew on pretty much anything they can get a hold of.
God, I can just tell what he has been up to when I'm gone because I can see by the trail of destruction that he leaves, like shredded paper, just anything.
Yeah, my dogs will chew on anything. Luckily, during the day, we keep them in their kennel, so I don't got to worry too much. But when they are out and about, they will chew on anything they can get a hold of. And for a while, one of my dogs had a thing for picking up socks and eating those.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it led to some problems there. One actually got stuck and he had to get surgery when he was little.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, but he's all good now. And
that's good.
He doesn't eat too many socks too much. It's more my other dog.
Mine will eat literally anything he can. He weighs 12 pounds and he ate an entire sandwich a few days ago, like an entire human sandwich.
That is crazy. You must have one of the little dogs. What kind of dog do you have?
I do. I've got a Dachshund Chihuahua mix.
I bet he's cute, though.
He is cute, but he can do some damage in that little 12-pound body.
I'm sure he can. I don't even want to compare the damage, then, to my dogs. I got 2 Huskies. They're kind of big.
Oh, my gosh. At least they have each other to keep themselves company, though.
That is very true. And next up, we have Break by 3 Days Grace. Do you like ice cream? And do you like helping out charities? Well, this weekend, the Ankeny Dairy Queen is sponsoring a Meals for the Heartland event. So for every blizzard that they sell on Saturday, they'll donate $1 to Meals from the Heartland. So definitely a great charity event. You get ice cream and it goes to charity. Also this weekend, Ankeny High School, from about 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. are helping to pack meals for all the hurricane victims. I know hurricane season's coming up this weekend, or not this weekend, coming up soon. It's the start of it, especially with all this warm weather. So definitely help out by buying ice cream this weekend, or if you're feeling really up to it, go help pack meals for them. So you'll feel like royalty when you eat at Dairy Queen this weekend. And Dairy Queen is open from 11 to 11, and they're located on Main Street. And next up, you have Pink with Raise Your Glass.
Welcome back to 88.1 The Edge. This is Jordan again. Some more weird news about aliens. A team of shipwreck hunters found a circular object buried in the Baltic Sea last year that many believe to be a UFO that crash landed there, and they have since found a second one that is very similar in appearance. A lot of people involved are pretty sure that it's a couple UFOs that they've discovered down there. The team hasn't had a chance to do much research on it yet, but they're going to start investigating further in the spring once it warms up a little bit. Up next, we have Bedrock by Young Money.
This is 88.1 The Edge with Amanda and Jordan. So Amanda, spring break is just next week. Are you going to do anything fun for it?
Yep, I'm actually going to Santa Barbara, California.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah, I leave on Saturday. I'm pretty excited for that.
Fun. What are you going for? Just like a little vacay?
Yep, I'm going with my mom, my brother, and my sister.
Aww.
And then I actually have family that lives in Santa Barbara.
Oh, how fun. So you've got like a personal tour guide type thing?
Yep. I got my grandpa and my great-grandma live out there, and then we're also going to go to Disneyland, so it's just a couple hours south.
I love Disney.
I do too.
Jealous.
So are you doing anything for spring break?
I am, but it's not quite as much fun. I'm going to Denver to see some friends that have moved out there since we graduated from high school, which will be really awesome, except that I'm going by myself and I'm driving. And it's about a 10-hour drive, which is going to be terrible.
Yeah, driving by yourself, that wouldn't be fun. Make sure you take lots of rest stops so don't get too tired driving.
I'm going to. I think I'm going to bring my dog, though, so I'll have like an excuse to get out and stretch my legs and walk around and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
At least every few hours, yeah. My dog will be better than no one.
Well, looks up next we have Something to Believe In by Parachute with Amanda and Jordan. And some interesting news today. There was a girl who was in a car accident just the other day, and she was texting her boyfriend at the time when all of a sudden she just stopped texting and he got worried. Well, it turns out that she had slammed into the back of a truck.
While she was texting him?
Yep, so the last message he got from her was a smiley face and some X's saying kisses and things like that. They were just sending each other some cute messages, and the next thing he knows, she stopped texting him.
That is real. That just like kind of hits home pretty hard, because I know I've definitely been guilty of texting while driving when I obviously shouldn't have been.
Same here. I text and drive. I try to talk into my phone instead of sitting there and actually hitting all the buttons.
Me too. I try to make phone calls when I can, but I definitely have been guilty of texting while driving. I also use Swipe, which I guess makes it a little bit easier because I just uses one finger, but still it really makes you think about getting on your phone at all while you're behind the wheel of a car.
Yep, very true. I know the boyfriend is now doing a bunch of advocacy stuff, promoting not to be texting while driving, and that when you do text and drive to think of his girlfriend, who her name was Emmy. And so that's what he's in the process of doing, is trying to get people not to text and drive.
Definitely. It is something that's really important, especially I feel like with like college age and younger people, because they are the ones that are notoriously on their phone more than the rest of the population.
Yep, I'd agree. I'm always on my phone, always checking emails, text messages, Facebook, Twitter, everything.
Well, hopefully this will make people stop and think about it a little bit more instead of just pulling out their phone while they're, like on the interstate or sitting in rush hour or at stoplights and stuff like that.
Very true. Well, next up is Wild Ones by Flo Rida.
This is 88.1 with Jordan and Amanda. So, Amanda, it is March 14th today, 3/14, Pi Day. Did you know that?
I did know that, actually. And I also know today Grandview helped to celebrate that, at least the professors in the math and science department.
What did they do?
What they did today was between 10 and 2 p.m., between the double doors of Ealing's, they had all their different teachers set up from different times, and for $1, you gotta put a pie on one of your teachers' faces.
Oh my gosh, fun! Why didn't we get to do anything fun like that?
I don't know.
The math and science department would be more fun than the communication building.
That is very true. I guess they're more into celebrating number days.
Well, I guess that is a good point.
Yeah, I wish I would have known about it sooner, so...
I know, I would have gone there.
Yep.
I would have paid $1 to throw a pie at someone.
That's very true. I know they had Professor Graham, Roos, Dr. Z, both Dr. Writers, junior and senior, Professor Hartzler, Dr. Bennett, and Dr. Avendato.
Do you know if the money went to anything in particular, or just probably the math department or the science department or something?
That's my guess, is it's just getting split up between the math and science departments, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, that sounds like a way more fun pie day than I had. I didn't even eat any pie.
We should go get pie after this.
Probably.
It is Wednesday. Village Inn has free pie day.
Oh, I forgot about that. Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Well, up next we have Jay-Z and Kanye West.
There was an infant who had gone missing about 8 years ago. He's getting reunited with his mother later this week. It was actually his former babysitter, who's actually his godmother too. Her name's Crystal Rochelle Tanner, and she was the one that is being held without bond for his kidnapping. The boy's mother, Bonnie Champion Morin, is very excited to be seeing her son again after 8 years. He had gone missing in late 2004, and in about 2006 is when they actually closed the case, because there were no more leads or anything. And then it was this last summer when Child Welfare was investigating Tanner because of child neglect and everything like that they started to connect some dots and realize that this was related to the kidnapping from 2004. They do have to do a blood test just to make sure that the mom and the son are in fact related, but everyone believes that they are. So it looks like it's a happy ending for the mother, and the godmother will be going on trial here soon. And next up is Criminal by Britney Spears on the Edge 88.1.
This is 88.1 The Edge with Jordan and Amanda. So, Amanda, last weekend was my baby little sister's 21st birthday. It was so cute. Yeah, she lives in Minneapolis, so I went up there and had dinner with her and her little friends, and then went out to the bars with them. My little sister was so excited.
Yeah, my friend just turned 21 just a couple days ago.
Oh, fun. I missed my 21st. I want to be 21 again.
Yeah, I turned 21 in June, and me and my friend, she's a year younger than me, so she won't be turning 21. She'll be turning 20. But we already have our birthday weekend all set up.
Oh my gosh, fun.
Yep, we're going to go camping out at Jester Park. Go to Red Robin for her birthday lunch, and then just me and our group of friends just going to go out there and have a good weekend.
Oh, that sounds so fun.
Yep, go horseback riding, go to the lake, and then Monday when we get back, everyone that is 21, we're all going to the bars downtown, so it'll definitely be a good weekend.
For my 21st, well, I mean, it was really awesome, but it was kind of my grandparents sent me to Jamaica, which obviously was amazing, but they're they don't have a drinking age, so I didn't get to be oh, I'm 21 finally, look at my ID, it's midnight, it's finally my birthday. So, I mean, it clearly was an amazing experience, but I'm just still a little bit sad that I didn't get to give anyone my ID when I turned 21 at midnight, but that's okay.
Well, I'll be at the park when I turn 21, so I won't have that either.
My little sister did, and it was so cute.
I bet it was. Well, looks like up next we have Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift.
About 3 years ago, he just decided that he wanted to drink a lot, and he started drinking more heavily, and it became a really high priority in his life. He was definitely an alcoholic, though I don't think neither one of us really knew that that was what was happening. That became his highest priority, became more important than working hard at his job. It became more important than his family activities, became more important than going to church and doing things with our extended families. If there was an option to bow out of something, he would do that. We had a lot of arguments. I wasn't always sure where he was or if he was where he told me he wanted to be. Sort of changed all his values and all of his thought processes. He's kind of living in a different world. He was in a world of really the only most important thing to him was to drink. Our marriage was not as good as it was. His relationship with his kids wasn't as good. I didn't know what we were dealing with. I just thought he was drinking a lot and it was his choice, and that it was sort of maybe a slam a little bit against me. He was choosing other things over his family and over me and over our marriage. I just had to do things that I thought were the right things to do and tried to get him to quit, and did a lot of investigating to figure out where he was, did a lot of yelling and screaming and crying and that kind of thing. Just sort of was at an end, like not really sure if we were going to make it. We, had some times where he left and I left and took the kids. At one point, filed divorce papers and all kinds of things that really got to be just a real mess. You just kind of feel like you're in a really bad dream, kind of, not knowing what was going to happen next, not knowing what you're supposed to do. Everything about your life and everything that you had totally changed. And kind of as the mom, I was trying to hold it together for my kids, not let them sort of know what was going on. I had to kind of pick up the pieces when things were not good. I should have let him fall. I should have let him had some consequences for his drinking so that he would realize that he had a problem and needed to get help. So I just made sure that things didn't fall apart, and I made sure that our money didn't disappear, and I made sure that the kids didn't know what was going on, and I made sure that I made excuses for him. If he didn't show up to some family event, I would lie and I would say that he had to work or something, or he was sick or something like that. So he really didn't have any consequences for what was going on, except for me, being mad at him all the time. I kind of came to a point where I just couldn't do it anymore. I was worried about his condition. I had taken my kids and left for a week or two, and I just knew that I wasn't going to be able to do this anymore. And I had several people tell me that the state he's in and the actions he's taking, quit his job and did things like that. When he relapsed, it was sort of a huge disappointment to me, because I thought we were doing well and I thought we were doing everything right. Thought it was probably going to be over, and I really thought that he wouldn't drink again and he wouldn't go through that again. And he made the decision that he was going to start, and he had some rules, and he was going to try some different things, and decision on his part to start drinking again. It didn't work out very well. Within just a few weeks, actually, he was sort of back where he was at the beginning. For the most part, I'd say about 90% of the time, it's really, really good. He's sort of the person that he was before, cares about his family, cares about other people. It's not just caring about himself and his own wants and desires. But yeah, it's when he's sober, it's good. It's back to where it was before. Can't say that I don't worry about it anymore. I do, because I know that it's lifelong. I know there's no cure. We're not all done with this.